here in a second. It's been a busy summer for the Mavs, with Cooper Flagg being the #1 overall pick, second youngest #1 NBA draft pick in history. To add an infusion of youth and defense to the roster, free agency, the Mavs plugged their point guard hole by signing D'Angelo Russell to a 2-year, $11.7 million deal to keep Dallas afloat at guard as Kyrie rehabs. You see Kyrie there. He's been working out in South Dakota while rehabbing his torn ACL. He suffered back in March. Irving signed a 3-year, $118 million deal to return to Dallas this offseason. And now joining us here on NBA Today, our Dallas Mavericks reporter, Tim McMahon. Every team has a ton of optimism on Media Day, Tim, but not every team has 3 former #1 overall picks on the roster. So what's the scene like in Dallas today, partner?
Howdy, George. Look, there's obviously a lot of optimism. There's a buzz around Cooper Flagg, the beginning of his career, this 18-year-old, potentially generational prospect. And he's excited to come here. Very unique situation for a #1 overall pick to join a team. Not only is it a team with win-now expectations, but a team that has 3 future Hall of Famers: Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving. Now, as far as when Kyrie will actually be on the court with the Mavericks, Jason Kidd made a point to temper expectations. He said, stop saying he's ahead of schedule. That's not fair to Kyrie. It's not fair to the Mavericks. He's on schedule. He's doing quite well. And then Kyrie came in here and smiled. He said, I'm right on schedule. But he does not want to set a specific date in terms of a target for his return. It's going to be a little while. Good news with another former #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, had the retina surgery this summer, and AD says he is fully cleared. Now there's redness in the eye, so that's caused by drops. He is going to have to wear protective glasses for the rest of his career per his doctor's mandate, but Cooper Flagg will be teamed up with AD, with Klay Thompson from the get-go, and then at some point Kyrie will join the fold, but that is not on the horizon.
Wow. All right. Well, there you have it, Tim. Certainly a lot to discuss there. So thank you so much for hanging out with us, because to me, the Kyrie thing is certainly going to loom all season long until we see him on the floor, because then we can really see what this Mavs team is made of. But thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. All right. One of the biggest storylines of this offseason has been the stalemate between Jonathan Kuminga and the Warriors, and Media Day was the next chapter. Well, Kuminga was not at Media Day. But as our Sham Sharani reported yesterday, Al Horford will be with the Warriors this season. He was joined by DeAnthony Melton in committing to signing a deal and officially signing Gary Payton II today as well. So it's beginning to look like this Steph Curry team is finally coming together. But here's what the legend has to say about how unique year 17 will be due to the uncertainty of the roster. Here's Malika with Steph.
Here with Warriors star Steph Curry at Media Day. Media Day number 17? Is that right? 17?
That is right. I'm saying it out loud more and more to make it feel real, but it's special. Cool opportunity to climb the ladder again.
17 Media Days. What makes this one different?
They're all pretty much the same to a certain extent. You obviously got new faces on the team, new faces around the organization. But it's always like first day of school vibes, like good energy. Everybody's excited for training camp to officially start. You know, it's just one of those things where you laid your outfit out and it's like, all right, let's put it on, let's get to go. Let's
Make
get going.
sure there's no creases
Absolutely.
in it. It's
All
first
the
day
above.
of school. The last time, Steph, that we saw you, unfortunately, it was in the playoffs when your time was cut short with that hamstring injury.
Yeah.
How much does that motivate you going into this new year?
It's just a reminder of we were a really good team down the stretch of the season. Made our way into the playoffs, beat obviously Houston in the first round, and felt like we were just finding our stride after the trade for Jimmy. And we want to try to carry that momentum into this year. It's 82 games. You have to stay healthy. It's a war of attrition for every team in the league, and for us to hopefully not be in a position where we're chasing like we were down the stretch last year, and give ourselves some breathing room heading into a playoff race and a playoff run. I feel like that's motivation enough, but I'm excited to get back out there and hopefully be on the floor.
Well, let's put some numbers to that really good stretch that you had. You all were 23-8 with the three of you, Jimmy Butler and Draymond and yourself in the lineup. Knowing that, what do you think that this team can be with a full season ahead of you?
I mean, that and more. I mean, if you extrapolate that record out to a full season, like that's gonna get you home court advantage pretty safely. And for us, like, we know when we're healthy and you're going toe to toe against anybody in the West, that we feel like we have a really good chance. And hopefully with some kind of rejuvenated energy around that identity. We don't have to really figure much out. It's just, can we put it all together again and do it for a whole year.
Draymond told me that this may be the most crowded he has seen the Western Conference, and that's saying something because every single year it feels like we're talking about how crowded the West is. What do you think? Where does this stack up over the course of your career?
It's definitely the most competitive top to bottom. I think there's always been your favorites, but you could argue probably 10 to 11, maybe 10 teams, 11 teams that legitimately you could talk yourself into. The case of them representing the West, and we want to obviously be a part of that group. But it's just, can you get off to a good start? Can you find your identity as quickly as possible? Our collective IQ and experience hopefully can carry us, mixed with some of our young energy. For us, it's a great challenge. And for us to still be relevant after all these years and trying to keep putting it together, that's what we're most proud of.
I don't know if it's just relevant. It might be even a step more than that, right? Do you look at yourself still as a top 5 player in this league?
I mean, I don't ever want to limit myself to anything, and so I feel like I still can, lead a team to win at the highest level, whatever that ranking is. The idea that there's, like you said, in the West, there's some superstars.